I have seen so many times members of the GoPro groups asking what to do if they are moist in the lenses. So what we do actually to our cameras is that every time we go home, we place the camera and the lenses inside the dry box. So there are two kinds of dry box. The first one is the one that you plug into an electricity, and the second one is the performance dry box. So let's discuss the first one. This is the all you need to do is you go to your online store. I have here in the Lazada. You just search camera dry box. So the cheapest one here is 2,650, and I have 3,699 and 5,000. I actually have seen about 15,000 pesos in Henry's in the physical store and SM. So that is the prices for the regular dry box. So what it does is that you can adjust the thermostat. You can control the temperature inside, and it will prevent molds for your lenses. So it is important that you prevent the molds, because once the molds started to grow inside your lens, it is difficult to clean it. So even if you bring it to a technician and the technician cleans it, it is no longer the same as the original one. So it is important that you prevent the growth of molds on your lenses. So yeah, so that is the first one. You need to control the temperature inside so that the molds cannot grow. And if you cannot afford that one, if you cannot afford the regular dry box, what you can do is you buy a performance dry box. So I have here, this is what I do. This is the box. This is the 9.5. I normally use the 20 letters, but for this one now I have the 9.5. It is important that the box is really close, and you can really close it like that. The box is 109.75 cents. So the contents here, because I have the lenses here and the camera with the lens, and the other things, and this one. This is the air dehumidifier. So it has some silica like balls here, very small pellet size balls, and it will absorb the water. Then it will transform to liquid, and the liquid will be dropped here. Once the balls will be consumed, the liquid will be fill out here, and you need to replace it. So this one, I think it cost me 50 pesos, I think, for this size. This is the what is this here? Let me check. This is 400 ml. You can easily buy this at your Rose Pharmacy or your SM, your hardware, Ace Hardware. They have this dehumidifier, and if the box is closed, it takes quite a while to dissolve these balls here. So this is important, and for me, I've been using this since 2011, this kind of system, because I cannot afford the regular dry box, and the dry box actually quite the early dry box that available here in my area is quite expensive. The cheapest one would cost around 5,000, so I cannot afford it. But this one is very affordable, so we go for this one, and it works very well. So that is what we do. You just prevent the molds. Regarding the one that was soaked in water, so if your GoPro is soaked in water, I actually have not experienced it, but there are some suggestions that If it is soaked in salt water, you need to wash off the salt. Now I cannot confirm if that is really what to do, but however, if it is soaked and it is already wet, so maybe it is quite logical that you need to wash off the salt. Then you need to remove the battery. You do not turn it on, because you are going to prevent the short circuit. So do not turn it on. Remove the battery, do not turn it on, and then their advice, not my advice because I do not know, it is to wash the salt water as much as possible, and then after that you place it in a box like this, in a dry box, so that the moisture will be absorbed by this bolts here. So that is what you need to do. That is just a first aid. What you really need to do after that is to rush off the camera to your technician, so that to prevent the corrosion that will occur in your camera. So yeah, as fast as possible you need to bring it to your technician. So that's it. That is my advice regarding the moisture and water. And you need to have a dry box. You need to have it. Is just very cheap, 100 and then 150 you have a dry box for your GoPro. It is very cheap, and it is very useful. Okay, thank you for watching.